Fine. Now, a very important step is to turn Greece into a free port immediately, to turn Greece into the Hong Kong of Europe, okay? And the reason I say this is because at the Sorbonne, when I was a student, they told us that from 1875 to 1895, France was a free port, just like Hong Kong. And Paris, as we know it today, with these thousands of beautiful buildings and boulevards, this was all built out of the prosperity that came from being a free port. So Greece, when it separates from Europe, immediately declares itself to be the Hong Kong of Europe. Right? Now, the first thing that happens when you create a free port is that the price of everything drops. Well, everything imported, right, drops. In fact, just about everything, because the costs go down as soon as you take out the tariffs and so on, right? So, as a result, everybody in Greece becomes wealthier the next day. Before you even sell anything or whatever, the prices of everything drop, you see. Now, theoretically, these protective tariffs are going to protect your auto manufacturers, but Greece doesn't have any, and your aircraft manufacturers, but Greece doesn't have any. It's not a manufacturing society on any great, so there won't be that great a loss of income by getting rid of the tariffs and all that, right? And of course, the question of income is the T-tax will handle all questions of expenses and income for you, right? All we've done is just change the way of collecting money that the government uses, but there's so much liberation here. Freeing you from lying, freeing you from filling out those forms, freeing you from going through the past and all that, keeping all those records. So if you look, another thing which unites the various solutions of the strategy is that they increase individual freedom. All right. So, and again, this is another form of freedom, tariff freedom. You're releasing all the companies, all the organizations, all the people in Greece from having to deal with tariffs ever again. So again, you're releasing, you're creating a society. It's great to worship freedom, but the strategy has many moves which increase freedom considerably. Now, obviously, soon as you become the Hong Kong of Europe, everybody going on a holiday in Europe is going to go where on the holiday, right? They want to buy a camera, they want to buy a phone, you get a car, whatever, anything. Just the way Hong Kong functions. And they will now be Greece becomes a big rival to Hong Kong. Because right now, all over Europe, people are ordering by mail from Hong Kong. Right? You told me you bought one of your cameras from Hong Kong when you were in Utah, right? So now you have much closer to Europe, you have Greece, right? So they're going to do a tremendous amount of sale also through the mail. You see, but above all, as soon as Greece is a free port, you're going to have double the number of tourists, I would guess. We can't predict, but it seems to me as the greatest incentive to tourism. And you got to remember, Greece is in competition with Egypt and a lot of other sunny countries, Spain and so on, to get the tourist money, to get the incoming tourists. Think of the edge up this is going to create for Greece when people are sitting home deciding where they're going to go on their holidays, right? And again, since the tariff-free thing brings down all the prices, this is going to give Greece more competitive prices in the tourist business as well. Since they don't pay import duties on anything, the cost of every hotel, every bed and breakfast goes down, so there's more competitiveness and more income for Greece.